Fire Force Season 3, Episode 3, Incarnation of Flame. Things are heating up really good. So let's talk about it. All right, so this episode we got Incarnation of Flame, and this is where Shinra finally confronts Burns about what's going on with Obi, and is like, "Yo, give me my captain back, like now, like we finna scrap." And Captain's like, "Whatever." Like ever since I've had the Adola link, like I've had this fractured relationship with God, and I'm just like, I'm not about this life right now that you're talking about. I'm about what I'm talking about. And then he basically sets up Obi on display on a more or less makeshift kind of stand. I won't call it a crucifix and so like that, but he's kind of strapped up, right? And he's trying to fight his way out of it. He's gagged and everything. And Burns is like, "What are you gonna do?" Shinra goes on the attack immediately, and Joker follows suit shortly after. And they are scrapping, and Burns is just like taking it like nothing. Like, all right, what you got? As we find out, he got this. He has this attack, or like a defensive attack, Voltage Nova. Basically, get off me, boy. I ain't playing with you. And in the process of that, he levels up to stage 1, which is his kind of his build up. So apparently, he's got a couple stages. I don't know how many stages he can go through, but he's got a couple stages that as he takes damage and the more the fight goes on, the more his stuff builds up. Now, my only question is with those stages, like, is there a burnout afterwards? So that can you like take him to the limit and then he kind of goes back down? He's got to ramp back up or what? I don't know. But either way, Shinra is like about that life and like we gonna fight. All right, the 8th is en route to come give support, and they're coming like on the back end more or less. Well, I'll say Shinra more or less came through the through the backside of the building, and they're coming right through the front gate. The rest of the 8th. Apparently Haumea wants to link Burns with a doppelganger at some point. Is one of the reasons why she's keeping him around. Because there's questions like, why is he around? Probably to link him with a doppelganger to utilize him in some capacity, because Haumea is out there gathering all the collective unconscious right now, and it is putting her through excruciating pain. And Charn, like, he can't take it. He doesn't want to see her hurt, but he's got to stand there and protect her, and he's got to sit there and listen to it. So he's like aggravated, but he knows this is what needs to happen for them to kind of get through the process that they need to get through. So while this is also going on, we already knew Princess Savannah was kind of going through some issues because she's trying to figure out where she stands, and some of the other firecrackers were questioning her, and she's sitting there doing her research. And during the course of her research, she's like, everything kind of links back to her and Iris's childhood home, like the orphanage type thing that they were in. And apparently, the fire so that might have been man-made, how it was set up, how all this stuff is kind of going back to a connection with doppelgangers. And now she's really kind of torn. She's like, well, what is this? What is going on? What is the deal with how this has turned out, and what were they trying to get to? Which leads me to believe either they're trying to get to Hibana for something, or maybe they're trying to get to Iris, because those are the only two that pretty much survive the entire thing. So this guy has something to do with them, right? I'm assuming. I need to read the freaking mangas, but I'm not gonna read the mangas until after I watch the show. That's just how it is with me. Yeah, I got to deal with it. But we eventually have the 8th show up. They freaking blow through the door, and they're like, "Yo, we're ready to scrap." And you see Gold is there with her entourage, and they're ready to defend. And Gold is like, "I'm ready to collect the toll." And in the process of this, here we go, Lieutenant. He's doling out. Okay, you need to do this. You need to do that. And Arthur is missing. So that. Now we flash back real quick. They were riding on the truck, all right, and he was telling them like, "You be rebels, you can lean out the window, whatever the case be, but don't stand up while we're driving." And that's kind of his thing. But Arthur went missing at some point in time, and we don't know why or where. So I'm curious about that. He's gonna come in and save the day at some point, because he wanted Arthur to take point. But because of Tamaki's fire resistance, she said she'll take point. She ain't got enough speed that Shinra has, but she's got more maneuverability, so she can kind of get around and move around on the map more or less easier than anyone else. So she takes point. She goes full steam ahead at Gold and basically starts launching attacks. Gold starts countering, and while Maki and Hino are giving support, so that you see, Victor, Lich, they're back there freaking doing their stuff, trying to get everything set up to where Vulcan can kind of see what's going on, Lich can see what's going on, freaking everybody's got some kind of support options happening. Well, in the process of this, we see that the bullets that Hino fires, the blast that Maki's throwing, all that stuff is countered, and it's countered right back at them. Like everything is thrown right back at them, and it seems like Gold has something going on with her arm. Like it's more heat, I think they said, than flame than anything is kind of what they're reading on the little devices and stuff is coming back. And she specifically says, like, yeah, we're made to counter, we're made to defend. So it makes sense why they're in this position to fight. Now, how much countering can they do? Like, what is the extent of their countering? Because again, she's like, it looks like she's magnetically taking the bullets and stuff like that, attaching them to her arm and then flinging them back out. She's redirecting them. Like, so I don't know what her deal is. And we got the different generations of, pyro users and stuff with the second generation, third generation, so on and so forth. So what exactly is her ability? What is her skill? How is she operating everything? That's what I'm curious about. In the process of this, we see Burns back, still continuing to fight, but Burns is now freaking ramped up to stage 2 during the attacks. So I don't know what the ultimate stage is, or stage 3 where he's going to pop off, but he is bent on powering up, and it looks like he's going to make, Obi return to the flames, as he so put it. So, I mean, it's getting hot. It's getting wild. I don't know how this is going to turn out because there's no kind of clear, hey, how we're gonna rock this. But I do think Shinra's probably going to get Obi loose, and they're going to kind of get him his gears to help him fight. And we saw the other ones that Burns has in his charge and stuff. The other lieutenants and stuff were kind of chatting, and I don't know if they're going to join in at some point in time. Them joining in would be helpful, but it seems like they're just kind of dejected, sitting on a bench talking elsewhere because they don't know what to do. Like, why did the captain leave? What's going on? How are we supposed to respond? So I don't know. Like, this is it's a good episode. Again, we got some action. We got some moving forward to what's going on with Obi. Now it's just, hey, what's going to happen next? How is Tamaki going to fare being point? Where is Arthur? What is he going to do? Where is he coming from? I think he may be drawn to Burns and Shinra's battle and stuff, going to help that way. He may be going to slow down Haumea in her collecting. So, like, I don't know what he's going to do, but that's kind of where we're at. So I appreciate you hit that little red subscribe button. Appreciate you guys joining us. Next week, definitely gonna catch up and see what's going on. And I'm probably gonna try and preview a few other animes that have dropped in the probably recent week or two. I'll probably get those recorded and put out randomly just because a few things I'm interested in and see if they're watchable. So that's about all I got. So till then, I'll catch you guys in the next one.